I know you've been out here a minute, man. I'm glad you came here last, though, man. I know you've been around town, man. I said, let me let everybody talk to Nas, and I want to sit down and talk to him because I'm a real big fan.
Thank you, man.
Nas, I am really, man. I really. I sat last night and listened to more of your albums, and not that I haven't heard them all already, but I said, let me go back and pop in. I got to tell you, man, that second album. The second album, I had to say, is one of my favorites, man. I gotta tell you, I know people said that with the track masters, it wasn't like as hip hop as they wanted from the first album to the second one. You had a lot of drama at that time. People didn't want to. Hey, I gotta tell you, man, that song with that Sting and the Police sample, the second one on The Message. Yeah. From there on, man, it's on that whole record, man. I love that album. And I gotta tell you, the Lost Tapes is one of the best records you put out that I thought nobody really paid attention to. Right. The Lost Tapes.
Right. Yeah.
But what was that about, Nas? Was Lost Tapes about the label got songs, or you actually were behind putting that together?
I think that was like I just had a lot of songs that didn't make any album, and I didn't know what to do with them. So, I mean, I honestly didn't know what to do with them. So we just put about 10, 12, was it 14?
It's right here, man. I brought it. I wanted you to sign mine. That's how heavy it is. 11, man. With that, I mean, Purple, My Way, No Ideas Original. I mean, I'm telling y'all, if you ever have a chance to get the Lost Tapes by Nas, get that record, man. It's an incredible record, man. I enjoyed that a lot, man.
Thanks, dog.
Let me ask you, Nas, about these albums, man. In the beginning, you had, the pictures. Like your first album was a picture, the second album was a picture, Nostradamus was a picture, and then you kind of got off the picture in the front cover. Was there a reason behind that?
Yeah. I just wanted to change it up a little bit, and I noticed I like album covers. Like I used to pick like a lot of samples for records just by listening, by actually looking at an album. Like you go record shopping or whatever. I'm not a real producer, but I have been with Lost Professor, and he just showed me how he go looking for records. So I help him pick out records like back in the days. Like look at this cover. Wow, they got a Rolls Royce on the cover. Look, dog, this gotta be hot. The album gotta be hot. You know what I mean? So I was just like that. I wanted to do my album covers to have some meanings and stuff like that. But then I didn't want to keep it going. I wanted to kind of change it up. I got tired of it. Wanted to change it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Now, let me ask you this, man. Why do you think, I mean, I know why, but you've had a lot of rappers in your career that have came at you and took their shots. You know what I mean? 50 Cent took a shot, and, you've had, I don't know, Cormego, I don't know, I get lost, and so many people been, you know what I mean? And even Tupac at one point, had said some things about you. Is that part of the game, man? Or I mean, what?
It's definitely a part of the game, man. If you want to get into rap, young children out there, you want to get into rap, baby, it is no easy gig, baby. You dig?
Especially when you're good.
Yeah, and if you're good, oh boy, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
It's crazy.
One thing I gotta say though, man, I gotta tell you, Nas, you're a real MC because you have really, nobody's took you down. I mean, even the Jay-Z thing was great, man, but that ether was, that stung. There was this thing, it was like, hey man, it ain't gonna be that easy, bro. You're a bad rapper and all that, but Nas is gonna bring the ether, and I just heard him in a song the other day on some remix, and he said, I got stronger after ether.
Yeah.
And I mean, Nas, let me tell you something, man. Everybody's been talking, when the whole thing went down with you and Jay-Z, cool, that was his whole thing. You guys, and I commend you for keeping it so hip-hop, and both of y'all being grown men about it, and also being professionals, you know what I mean? You didn't take it all street and guns and all kind of violence and all that. It was a rap thing, and that's what it was supposed to be about. And that's you guys set the tone for people to understand that there is a way to make a battle if you're gonna battle, you know what I mean?
Yo, Julio, I always tell cats, like, anybody that gets into rap, your neighborhood start to love you, you got paper, you can squat up a lot thicker than you used to. You could squat up.
Yeah. No
So if you could squat up because you popping with your records, and he could squat up, and he could hire armed security, and he could hire armed. Yo, dog, what y'all doing? It's over. There's no reason to even go at it because you know what I mean. It's like there's no reason to even go at it, dog. And then most of the time when you do, somebody's telling. You know what I'm saying? And we learn from the deaths of B.I.G., the deaths of Tupac, dog. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that I can always dodge a lot of the drama that's going to come my way because I'm not running from nothing. But at the same time, I'm a man. And this is a man's world. This is a man's game. You know what I'm saying? And it's a kids game too. Hip hop belongs to the kids right now a lot. But you know, overall, man, everything I'm based on is about being a man.
Yeah. Well, check it out, man. I gotta tell you, Nas, about that whole thing. I know people when you sign with Jay-Z and Def Jam, I know people were like, wow, you know, he signed with Jay-Z and this and that. But I actually looked at it the other way around. I said, wow, this guy really must like this guy to sign him after Ether, man. Like, no, really, man, like on the real, think about it. Like forget you signing to him. What would make this guy stop and say, man, that dude that shot me that Ether, I want to sign him? That's like
what happened? Well,
how did that all go about? How did that start? Now?
Yeah, because he didn't sign me actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm still with Columbia Records, but this record I wanted to be more important. I knew that me and Jay squashing out drama, and we talked about it and talked about how to really facilitate this movement. Him coming back to the game, me coming with my record around the same time is a big move. So we strategically put this together. So I got Sony involved to get Def Jam involved, and really it was a play that really started from L.A. Reid, and he was like, "I'm interested with you coming over here, Nas." So I had one record to do left with Sony, so I kind of split that up with Def Jam, and it was a hard process, but you know, Jay just laid in the cut till it was done.
Wow.
And I got it all done, taken care of, and like we said, this ain't about him signing me and nothing like that. It's about a movement. So and these are where black executives are doing it. L.A. Reid, Jay, and a few other cats up there, Jay Brown and all of that. So you bring Nas there, you can't lose.
Yeah, that's right.
So, you know, I wanted to be a part of that, bring Def Jam back to his glory days. And that's what's up.
That's what's up, man. Check it out. Hip Hop is Dead, December 19th in stores. You mind if I take it back, Nas?
Please do, please.
Let's go back a little bit, man. Julio G and Nas, baby. KDAY.
Yeah.
Had to take him back a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Nas in the house, Julio G, 935 KDAY, December 19th. Hip Hop is Dead. Out in the stores, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Nas, I want to ask you this, man. I've always wanted to know this. I mean, so I have you in front of me, man. I feel bad. I know you got things to do, brother, but I'm just such a fan. We here. You know what I mean? I want to talk to you when I got you out here in L.A., man. Let me ask you about Tupac. Is it true that you seen Tupac at the MTV Awards the couple days before he died? Did you guys run into each other there, actually?
Yeah, we ran into each other.
What was that conversation about, and what was going on with, the whole thing, man? If you could take me back to it.
Yo, you know what, man? I was thinking, like, think about it the other day, like, he must have been going through a whole lot, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because he saw me, and I saw him, and he had a bunch of people with him. I had a bunch of people with me, and it could have went either way, because at the time the tension was so high.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like I was the New York dude at the time, you know. So it was my duty to see what was going on. So I went to see what was going on, and he basically had, there was some issues with Mob, and at the time me and Mob were a lot tighter. And he had heard that I said things about him, and I heard he had this Machiavelli album coming out, and that he told me what he was saying. And he basically was like, me and you never supposed to go at it. Not us, it wasn't supposed to happen. It's just that things got misconstrued. So he actually he was going to change all of that and come meet him in Vegas. And we were just in Vegas, and Jungle bumped into one of the Outlaws. And he was telling Jungle about, how the last thing Pac did wasn't his last message. Pac had more to do. He didn't want his last message to be what we hear.
Yeah.
So, and he remembers the time and remembers talking about the meeting and everything. So, yeah, man, I'm gonna put that in the book one day, children.
Yeah, that's right.
Children out there listening, we're gonna put that in the book, man.
We're gonna pay some bills, come back more with Nas, man. When I come back, I want to ask you, about lyrics, Nas, when I come back, man. I want to ask you about your style. I want you to really break that down for the fans, man, that have been listening to you for years. We're going to get into the style. I want to ask you about Ill Will, because I see that name come up a lot, and I hear that name a lot. I want you to break that down. And we're going to have some more things.